Hello, good morning, and welcome to this Dawn Busters Challenge we have from 1830. Well, not exactly this bottle, but the company was founded in 1830. Bellows American blended whiskey. Now, yesterday I did the Bellows Club whiskey, which I don't believe is produced any longer. This is WB William Bellows, bottled in Missouri by Bellows, but really Luxco. Bellows and Company, but if you look at the link below, it's a Luxco brand, and Luxco is now owned by Midwest Grain Products, who is probably distilling and blending this stuff anyway. It's just bottled in St. Louis, Missouri. I paid $8.99 for this liter bottle, $8.99 for this liter bottle. The competitor, Four Queens, 101, whiskey a blend. $11.99 for this 750 milliliter bottle. So $7.50 for $11.99, $1,000 for $8.99. International market, Metairie, Louisiana. Martin Wine Cellar, Metairie, Louisiana. I was at Total Wine and More yesterday. They don't carry it. I wasn't looking for this brand, but I noticed they don't carry it. Anyway, everybody can't carry everything. They're both blended at an 80-20 blend ratio, 80% grain, neutral spirits, 20% straight whiskey. Four Queens is aged 3 years. The straight whiskeys in this are aged 3 years. The grain spirits are raw, unaged. But they're stored in wood, so I guess it could be aged for an extent, but not technically aged. No age statement, meaning the straight whiskeys are at least 4 years old. So we got 80 proof 4-year-old or more product, 101 proof 3-year product, both same blend ratio. What's the difference? The aging and the proof. All right. Yesterday was a shock because I thought club whiskey was going to get killed because the club whiskey from Bellows isn't good. My experience, it's not too enjoyable, but it actually won. So I said, wow, I can't believe it. And I was able to tell them apart by virtue of the proof and everything. All right, so let's see. 4Q, Four Queens. Got the tags at the bottom. Remember, I keep preaching that same homily. Blind taste test, blind taste test, blind taste test. Now, if somebody does beer reviews or wine reviews or liquor reviews and they don't do taste tests, does that matter to me? No. That's not what they're interested in doing. They just want to do reviews. Fine. Or discussions of the product, sipping on it, whatever. That's fine. No problem. But when they do taste tests and they don't do them blind, it drives me nutty. It gets on my nerves because you want to have a more purified way of doing it, and that's the blind taste test. You don't want to know which is which. Because that can influence your decision. Even though you think it won't, it can. It's what we call unconscious bias. People are biased against products and don't know it. Or maybe they won't admit it, you know what I mean? But this glass has got drips all over them. Should have checked that. I didn't notice that. Well, the color's the same, amber. So I don't have to worry about, I'll glance at it and know which is which. Sometimes it's a glaring difference, like pale and then dark. Like the next taste challenge, whenever that's going to be, I'll have to take a break for a little bit from taste challenges, but that's okay. Not a long break, but the Four Queen, the King Square. Gonna have kings versus queens. The King Square from Auburndale, Florida. I got enough left to do one more taste challenge, and then that's it. It's going. And oh well, only saw it once in my life anyway. At Specs in East Central Texas, and it's a weird product. King Square is so pale. You know they're not adding color into it. man. But that's another story for another morning. All right. Can these blended whiskeys have coloring, Eddie? Yes, they can. It's allowed. Now, if you look at the Tax and Trade Bureau website, it says Scotch, Irish whiskey, and Canadian whiskey is not allowed to have coloring or flavoring added. You say, well, they all do. That's right. According to U.S. law, they're not allowed to have it. But then if you also read the Tax and Trade Bureau regulations carefully, it says Scotch whiskey is imported under the laws of Scotland and the United Kingdom. So that's the agreement. Their products from Ireland and Scotland are imported under their laws, and that supersedes U.S. law. So the U.S. regulation that Irish whiskey cannot have flavoring or coloring added is superfluous. It's a meaningless law because they're not imported under that purview. Oh well, here we go. It just smells like mild corn whiskey, which is what it is. Well, you say, what about the rich char and the vanilla and the oak? Yeah, well, no, you don't get that with the blended whiskeys, really. You just get fermented and distilled corn. Same thing, but stronger. A fuller nose smells like it's higher proof, which means it smells like it's the 101 from Four Queens. Is there an 80 proof Four Queens? They don't list that on the website. They only show on Four Queens 101. So apparently it's made in one configuration, 101 proof. And it's aged 3 years. So it's kind of young, hot, and strong. All right, taste time. Okay. Tastes like sweet corn liquor. Well, you can pick up some barrel action, some vanilla from the oak. It's faint, but you can pick it up. Little nectar like you would get from a plant, like, like a honeysuckle. Does it taste bad? Those don't sound like bad things to me. Is it loaded with flavor and just bold and exciting and new? It's just kind of bland. Oh well, $8.99 a liter. Who's complaining? Probably nobody, because they ain't buying it to sit there and drink neat anyhow. They're buying it to mix with chocolate milk. You say, do people mix whiskey with chocolate milk? Apparently they do, and that's their spiked drink. Strong corn whiskey. So this one tastes like strong corn liquor. I'll tell you the truth. They got a lot of people that's into high proof products. All right. That's their game. That's their bag. That's their thing. That's what they're into. High proof, 101 or higher. They drink old granddad, it's going to be the 114. Going to drink a larger Craig barrel proof. But that's not for me. Okay. I don't like it. I'm going to tell you that straight up. I just don't like it. They're too strong. They're too burny. And they're too disgusting. To me, you might say you're just weak and you can't handle strong alcohol. Two good points. I didn't claim to be strong. I didn't claim to be able to tolerate high proof products. I've actually never made that claim. And people say, what should people drink? And my attitude is people should drink whatever they like. If you like Bud Light and that's your favorite beer, then that is what you should drink if you want to drink beer. You don't have to let other people bug you like, well, Bud Light is mass produced and it has rice as an adjunct. People say, so? That's what I like drinking. Well, it is higher priced than Miller High Life Light, and it's really not better. There was a taste test that was held in 2006, blah, blah, blah. And the person drinking a Bud Light's like, oh, I don't care about that. I just like drinking it. So if you like drinking it, just drink it. You don't have to worry about all these beer people on the internet who like to go around telling people what is good and what isn't good. You say, you mean like you yourself? Yeah, like me. You don't have to pay any attention to us. Mild, harsh. Mild, harsh. Mild, harsh. This is the Bellows, and that is the Four Queens. Droogie says, people knock me for drinking malt liquor, but I enjoy it. It's the same old game. People want to dictate to other people what to drink, how to vote, what to believe, what to do, what to say, where to go, what to put on their face or not put on their face, to breathe through or not breathe through, get it? But no, don't worry about all that. Stand up to these dictators. They're going to fail. I mean, they're trying to dictate to us all around America how to think, what to believe, and all of this. And it's failing really because, they think we are winning. We've got all the young college people. We're controlling their minds. Ha, ha, ha. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. But it's going to come crashing down. Because the humans oftentimes want to be free. They want freedom, and when they realize they're not free, they'll try to escape from it. Look at Logan and Logan's Run. All these characters in movies and whatever. Like, see a lot of these young people in college where they're going to realize that they're in the Truman Show, and they want to get out. So we are confident in the freedom movement because we know that people want to be free. So that's an advantage we have. We don't have to be like the Truman Show and set up this false reality. We know what's really going on. So it's it's always easier to operate from an advantage than from a position of disadvantage. The Truman Show was a good allegorical movie. Good allegory. All right, and you can use that in common current events situation at currently. Well, this is I'm working from a position of advantage right now because I know that one is 101 proof and one is 80 proof. So is it a sort of a mismatched contest? It's sort of a mismatch contest, but it hasn't really been all along. See, I did so many other taste challenges with 80 proofs versus the Four Queens, and the Four Queens didn't stand out. I couldn't tell them apart. But the last few times I have. Could that be because I'm getting used to it? It could be. It could be. Zach Robinson says, good morning, Ron. Happy Independence Day. I'm watching you while drinking Irish coffee made with Benchmark. Oh, Benchmark. McAfee's Benchmark Old Number 8, which is a new name because it used to just be called Benchmark Bourbon, introduced by Seagram's Company in 1968. Seagram's was trying to revitalize bourbon, so they introduced Benchmark, which was sort of like a premium priced back then. It would in today's money, it would be like $24. Now in today's money, it's like $9.99. But that didn't really work. And then they wanted to keep promoting bourbon, so Seagram's introduced Eagle Rare, 10-year age in 1975. But it didn't really work. And then Seagram's 15 years later, 25 years later, 80 to 2000 is 20, and then add 5 years. So 25 years later, the Seagram's was gone. But they tried over the last 40 years of their existence to do innovative things. But for them, it didn't work. Now, for the bourbon world, it worked because now Eagle Rare is like this legendary product. So it was really left up to the successors of Seagram's to make a lot of their products popular, like Eagle Rare, Benchmark, Fireball, that spiced whiskey, Fireball, cinnamon spiced Canadian whiskey. When Seagram's was making it, it wasn't popular. It was called Dr. McGillicuddy's Fireball. Just wasn't popular. But Sazerac decided we can do something with this product introduced in 1984. We can make it a popular product. So they rebranded it, come up with new logos, started advertising it differently, and now Fireball is one of the top 5 whiskeys in America. It's not a true whiskey. It's a liqueur made with Canadian whiskey, but a lot of stores just call it a whiskey. They'll just say Fireball whiskey, but I wouldn't drink it. I don't like that kind of stuff. It's nasty to me. It's like candy, you know. If you leave some on the rim of the bottle, it'll get crystallized. That's how much sugar's in it and all. But anyway, people like it, so I don't care. All right. And there's all kind of Fireball competitors. Jack Daniels, what is it called? Fire, and Jim Beam, whatever. But they're not popular like Fireball. Okay. So this 101 proof, Four Queens, is it a bad product? No, it isn't a bad product. Is it something I would want to drink? No, I don't believe so. Maybe if I was making Boilo or mixing it with chocolate milk, I would drink it. But otherwise, I wouldn't drink it. And anyway, I never drink liquor. People say, you lie, you drink all day. That's what you do. Well, I don't believe what you want. I don't care what you believe. I just do it in taste challenges. The only time I ever taste whiskey is either in a solo review, like I'm going to do later today with Canadian Gold. Because I got to do a solo review before I start taste challenges. Canadian Gold, is it going to be good? I guess it'll be okay. I bought it at Total Wine. It was cheap, but it might be all right. It might be better than I think. And then I'll do Canadian Gold and a bunch of taste challenges. That'll be the only time I drink it. I do not drink liquor. Okay. Now I'm stuck with this Naked J pickle flavor vodka, and I'm stuck with this Tabasco flavored George Dickel. It was a gift from my friend David, but I still say I'm stuck with it because I don't want to waste it, but I got no interest in drinking that stuff. I'm going to do solo reviews, and then I'll bring them into Fandango Friday. And then what I'm going to do, I guess I'll just take Mondays and use those Mondays for the sipping days to dissipate it, or maybe try to perpetuate it onto some of my friends and family, meaning let them try it so I can get rid of it. Oh, well, but I'm sure those products are fine, quality products. I don't want to drink it, Anyway, so let's see. It is the Bellows. I got it right. That's what, 3 in a row now? I'm so proud. So sometimes 101 versus 80, you can tell them apart, but then other times you can't. So thanks for watching this video production. I got it correct. The next Dawn Buster is going to be in a few days, and it's going to be King Square versus Four Queens, or Four Queens versus King Square. So y'all stay tuned. You hear? Oh, and Stout Sunday is coming on at 10:30 Eastern time this morning on this channel. Stout Sunday, Stout Sunday, Stout Sunday, Stout Sunday, Stout Sunday, Stout Sunday.